Hello! Today's video, this one is going to be about reading logs and what exactly might happen in a reading log. So I'm going to actually participate in a conversation that's already happening in one of our groups, and it's over this document. So as you can see, some learners have asked a few questions. So I love this question. This is like my favorite one. And let me see if I can actually answer that one. Do not put such unlimited power into the hands of the husbands. Remember, all men would be tyrants if they could. Yeah, and my response to this would be like, wow. Is this true? Is this true? All men would be tyrants. So you have to know what a tyrant is. And a tyrant is not nice. A tyrant is someone who is who abuses power. So I would just write maybe abuse power. Maybe that would help the next person who reads this. Let's say, is this true? I'd say, is it fair? Seems like not. Maybe some men. But of course, we're always thinking about who is writing this and when were they writing it. Abigail under John Adams, okay. 1776, boy, that seems like a familiar date. Seems like that's an important one. Oh, look at this. Someone has defined abhor for us, and that's a great word. Let's see, where is it? Oh, abhor. Men of sense in all ages abhor those customs which treat us only as the vassals of your sex. And sex in this case, of course, means like gender, right? And because this is from a woman writing to a man, the your, when she says your, she's really talking about men. And a vassal, boy, people have done a lot of good work. A vassal is like a servant or slave. So you can tell that the writer here, who happens to be Abigail Adams, is pretty darn fired up. I'm just going to say thanks for this definition right here. Okay, so you can see how what I'm doing is I'm participating in what's already happening in the paper, and it's going to help everyone have a better understanding of what's going on. And let's see if there are more. There are.
Students whose last names begin with D through H who did not have their picture made earlier or need a retake for some reason.
Despotism, another great word.
Eyes closed, something like that.
You can always put a cloud around things that you like. I'm going to draw a little happy face right here, even though despotism is kind of a, maybe I should draw a sad face because despots are not very helpful people. Destitute, deficient. Now these words, let's see, aristocracy, oligarchy are destitute. Oh, here they are right here. So again, I'd probably say thanks. I'm not sure who is that's doing all this work. If they had their initials there, I could say, oh, thank you, whoever you are. But I do appreciate it because it helps me understand the document. Now, after I've read through the whole thing, I'm going to, oh, look at this. This is a comment here. Ooh, we love this. This is the writer is mentioning I am Malala, which is just super helpful because I don't know about you, but I find I am Malala really easy to understand, and I find some of these documents more difficult. But you can see that the same issues that had Abigail Adams fired up in 1776 are still getting people fired up and are still really important things to think about. So I might make a comment like something like, wow, I always like to say, wow, 1776 or 2014. You know, what is up with that? It must be a big deal if it's still, you know, and maybe we've made huge progress in the U.S. You know, I might ask that question. And I think the answer is yes. Have we made huge progress in the U.S.? You know, and then the big question would be how. And how? This letter is actually part of the how. Women speaking their minds, sharing their thoughts, using their skills, using their power of words to explain injustice. Okay, so here we have a couple of folks, and now I can find out who wrote this except for they didn't sign their name. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Alex Duncan is part of this conversation. Okay, so, well, this document just quality, they talk. Let's see. And they were talking about the government, how they will affect the people and watch out for monarchy, aristocracy. Yeah, and these are all different types of government. So, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I'll just write that. Yeah. I guess it makes sense that they were thinking about different governments. It was 1776. And I'll even put that with it was 1776. They were making a new government, and John Adams was part of it. I'll just kind of do that. And let's see. I love Bruno Mars a lot. Me too. Hey, Alex, I also love Bruno Mars. And because I care about music so much, I will say, do you listen to Stevie Wonder? Because he was a huge influence. He is a huge influence on Bruno Mars, and he would also be a great civil rights leader to look at. Do you listen to? Okay, but I did want to ask. She had a question here I thought was pretty interesting. I see. When I read this document, I got a little mad. Okay, it's okay to get a little mad. When she asked her husband to remember the ladies, he just laughed. I don't understand why people thought that women could only cook and have kids. Women are powerful, more powerful than that, and Abigail thinks the same thing. Yeah, boy, what can I say to that? I would agree too. I agree about being mad. And I would say, how long was it after this was, and I'll just go here, sorry about this. How long after this was written did women actually get the right to vote? And how did they get it? When did women get the right to vote? Blah, 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 vote. You know, how long was it? And how did that happen? Maybe we can find out as part of this project.